What up guys, what's going on? Off the record, back in the building. A little different today, obviously we don't have my co-host. Intro's a little bit different today, so you're missing out on the what up G, what up H. Today, Gabe actually is part of our guests. Outside of that, I'm skipping forward a little bit, but where we at right now, we at episode 27. The dude who does the number thing with his hands is not here, so you know you're blessed not to have that. I think we're all happy about that today. Where we sit, where we are at right now we are in the actual bedroom studio of said guest, and we've got another special guest, beautiful voice that we got. It's going to be a pretty cool episode. We're looking at doing a lot of episodes like this where we talk to guys doing interesting stuff, doing really cool things. Coming along in this episode, like I said, is my boy G on the production side, so we're looking at him as GMajor 7th, and he's coming through with his first artist that's going live at SOKIE. What am I drinking today? Our episode is sponsored by our regular Budweiser, so I'm on some Ciroc, the pina colada. Cheers to me. A little bit of some daytime. Already Bingrish and I'm alone on the set. This is horrible. So without further ado, I think let's get the episode on the roll. I guess back in the building right now, and I guess I joined them today because they've been busy doing some amazing work. You know that guy on the left over there? I have to introduce him to you today. He's my guest. What up, G?
What up, bitch?
How you doing, bro? Actually, today it's what up, GMajor 7.
Oh, you're gonna do the full thing today?
Yeah, we have to go the full thing, you know? It's not created by G today. It's not G, it's GMajor 7.
Well, technically it's still created by G. That's a brand of everything.
Okay.
And then GMajor 7th is just a music label.
Okay, we'll get into that just now. I think more importantly today, the lovely lady who's, I guess, throwing off the balance right here today. The lady with the beautiful smile. Guys, I'd like to introduce you to SOKIE. SOKIE, very nice to meet you. I think it's a pleasure. I've heard your music, so I guess I kind of know you already. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Who is SOKIE? Where do you come from? How do you fit into this whole music thing? Like, how did this happen? How are you here with this dude?
You need to tell the story, actually.
I found him online.
Okay.
And I was like, not like that.
That sounds so creepy.
Was it a swipe left, swipe right situation?
Nothing like that.
No Tinder designs, no Tinder streets.
No. I'm working on my first EP.
Okay.
So I was looking for producers to work with.
Okay.
And I was searching and I came across this guy.
Okay.
And then I slid in the DMs.
Oh, okay. So sounding like another episode we've done before, but I guess on a different mindset. Okay, yeah, so you slid in the DMs, yeah.
Yeah, and we just clicked musically.
Okay.
And
so I guess it's
we've been working
important
ever
for that
since.
click to happen, yeah.
It's very important.
Yeah,
very, very
but I guess you don't know. I guess that's kind of a trial and error type of thing that happens. So, have you tried? I guess and errored other producers, or how far are you in the music space? Like so when did you start? When did you get into music? When did you discover your talent? Or was this something that you were like born with? It's like, you know, the gift.
No, I mean,
where's the passion of music from?
Doing music.
Yeah.
I study music at school. I play the piano. I've been playing since I was very young.
Okay. You still look very young.
I know, but I'm not. I look young, but I'm 24.
Okay, so still young. So how did it start, like, getting into wanting to, you know, get your talent out there, or get recognized, or put your music out there? Have you put is there music out there of yours?
No, this is going to be our first project.
Okay.
First single releasing
Today.
Okay. Off the record ZA clearly gets the exclusive, which is super dope. First single out. Excited?
Yes. Super excited.
Yeah?
It's amazing.
Yeah?
You've heard it?
I've heard it. I really like it.
What do you think?
I really like it.
I'm nervous, man.
I think you guys are onto something. I've been telling Dave that he needs to start making dance music. He needs to start making music with like a bit of a, you know, a vibe to it, you know? His previous stuff or things that he's working on in other projects are more, you know, slow and a bit mellow, and I think what you guys are doing is really dope. I think it's gonna blow up really quickly.
I had to talk him into doing house.
Yeah.
He wasn't keen. Now he loves it.
Not that I love it.
Now you're never going back.
No. You know what? She
clearly got somebody like directing your musical life right now.
For me, it's been a journey of. I've always loved neo soul and R&B, right? And that was been my forte since I started going back into music. Then this young lady came, she's like, please make me a house track. I'm like, I don't know what to do. So we started dabbling with some stuff, and then we actually wrote the first single.
You together?
I composed it. So
Okay.
I composed it.
Yeah.
And then we sat together in this room actually, and within an hour and a half had all the lyrics done. And then another hour we took to record it basically.
Okay.
So it literally took us 4 hours to record and put down vocals and write the actual lyrics.
Wow, I'm super impressed. And SOKIE, have you been writing your own music, like, or do you use other people's? Do you use writers?
No, I write my own music.
So you're giving all of yourself into the music, I guess.
I mean, it's imagination more than anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is there any truth to
No.
your your lyrics? You know.
No, I sound very romantic and like love life is going well, but it's not.
It's okay. It's not.
No, it's
Why don't you write a true song about what's actually going on?
She doesn't want to write heartbreak stuff. And that's not
Excuse me, I do not have
Yeah, who says she has
heartbreak to
heartbreak?
write about.
Yeah, what if she's
like
happy?
you said, I'm young.
Yeah. Cheers, guys. What are you guys drinking today? We're day drinking today in the studio. Tell us a little bit about yourself. We know a lot about that guy.
Too much.
We'll get into a little bit more around the production and the passion behind the music and stuff. But tell us, who is SOKIE? Is SOKIE like your stage name?
It's my name.
It's your actual name, you see? So tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us where you're from, tell us who you are, you said a little bit about the fact that you study music and you're in that space, but tell us a little bit more about yourself. Where are you from?
I'm from Pretoria.
Oh, another Pretoria.
Pretoria.
Hey,
Pretoria to the world, bro.
Pretoria has the best people.
Pretoria to the world.
Pretoria makes the best music.
Yeah, it actually does, eh?
Has the best house.
You can't,
the best producers.
You can't argue that. Are you adding him to the list of that best producers?
Of course.
Okay. Born and bred in Pretoria?
You could say so.
You could say so, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So give us your story. Give us a little snippet about who you are, where you're from.
I was born in Karankua.
Okay.
Surprisingly,
Go to Zonu.
he's from there as well. Zone 1.
No, I'm not from there. My family.
Your family is from there.
Yeah.
That means you're from there.
No, get on Mafeking. I'm from Mafeking.
That's fine.
Oh, Tshwane.
That's fine.
Mafeking
But I've
Karankua.
mostly been in Pretoria East most of my life.
Okay.
Yeah, I spent a little time
So
in Bloemfontein,
in the burbs, yeah.
but I've mostly been in the burbs.
Okay. All right. High school in Pretoria.
For a while.
Yeah.
And then I went off to boarding school.
Okay. So you were shipped off.
No, I chose to go. It was great.
Do people choose boarding school? I guess. Okay, so there's another thing you guys have in common, you know.
Yeah.
All right. And so you went off to boarding school, then came back. Where are you studying currently?
I'm actually not studying right now.
Yeah.
But I was studying with UNISA.
Oh, with UNISA, and so in line with the music and everything. So what were you studying? Why
A
and why
Bachelor of Music and
Okay.
Musicology.
and why'd you stop?
I mean, I don't enjoy school. I feel like I'm saying all the wrong things.
No, you're saying all the right thing.
There's nothing wrong in that space. Like, I mean, we're all different.
Yeah, I'm not really passionate about school. It's just like I kind of went so that I could go. You know, other people are studying other things.
Yeah.
I'm a musician, so let me at least like study music.
Okay.
Tried it out.
Yeah.
I will finish
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah.
I'm like done with my second year. If I could give myself a year, I'll finish.
Okay.
But I'd like to release a project first.
Okay.
Then maybe next year we'll graduate.
Yeah. And I guess also a lot of people have that sort of path in terms of their musical careers. Whereas, I mean, what you're doing right now in recording, in releasing a project, in making music, technically is studying music. It's studying the art. It's actively being in the space of doing what you love.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself doing this? Is this like your career? This is the path?
Of course. Yes,
Okay.
100%.
Okay, so we need to be looking out there for SOKIE in the lights,
Yes,
in
very soon.
big lights, going out there. You'll send. Hopefully, you'll be sending through tags to the show and invites and
Backstage passes.
That we have to. It has to be standard. Like, I mean, we're already doing it here, so you know we're putting you out there. Put us out there a little bit.
Of course.
You can. All right. So what's next for SOKIE, for G, for what's in the pipeline? You doing the entire EP with G?
Well, I mean, I have another single coming out also on Friday.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm featuring on that song.
Okay.
And it's more house.
Okay.
Like house, like the kind of house he doesn't like.
Not gum.
Okay.
It could be almost gone.
So different.
I didn't even pay it for you because I knew you'll be like.
So a different producer on that one.
Yes.
Oh, but you said that's not your track. You're featured on.
Yeah, I just do the vocals for him and I wrote the song.
And you wrote the song. So technically, it is your song.
I guess.
So, but so it's a DJ Mang featuring.
He doesn't go by DJ. He's actually a really big YouTuber. He has like 30K followers on YouTube.
Okay.
And he mostly does like
mixes.
Of
Okay.
like, I don't know, Amapiano and
The Yanos.
and people love it.
Yeah. Look, I mean, I think that's a great place to put your music out, you know, and to get your name known, and I guess your music heard and your voice heard. You know, that's one of the things that's going to really put you out there. And I guess YouTube and the social media spaces are one of those that are growing. I mean, we're growing in that space. We're doing some nice collaborations going forward. So hopefully, when you start touring, we can meet across the country and do what we do and how we grow.
I need to split myself in half. That's all.
Yeah, that's gonna happen eventually. Okay, tell us a little bit about your involvement on this project. Like,
wow, my involvement is I bring the music.
I bring the pain.
The process that we go through is that I'll sit and I'll write something, or I'll compose. Because people say you can write music. I compose the tracks, then I'll just send them through to her, and then if she likes it, she's like, I'll write to it. So I'll send like an unmixed track.
Yeah.
From there she'll write to it. Then she'll book a date with me just to sit down and we'll go through it and we'll record. It's that quick. There's nothing.
It's not complicated.
Yeah.
I think when there's chemistry with a producer, it's not difficult.
Yeah.
Sometimes you work with someone and it's like hard.
It feels like work.
It feels hard, you know. Like you were watching us recording now. It takes us 40 minutes to lay down a bass because it's just smooth. It's not that difficult. Sorry, I interrupted.
No, that's perfectly cool. I mean, that's what we're trying to get out of all of this, and I think it's important that you give your 2 cents, actually more than 2 cents. But keep throwing it in there, you know. I think it's something that a lot of people need to hear. You know, there's a lot of young aspiring artists out there and young aspiring producers who are trying to make music, trying to get into the scene, trying to get heard. You know, and trying to get out there, and I think it's important to share stories like this because what happens is when they see that, they can see that other people are doing it and being successful and getting their music out there. So I guess it's sharing your journey, which can, I guess, you know, help somebody else, another kid, another, you know, young soul out there that's trying to get the voice out there.
My thing is for producers. I'll speak from a producer's point of view. Find 1 or 2 artists that you really click with.
Yeah.
You don't need to be putting out your stuff for the major guys to hear.
Yeah.
Start with somebody that you feel like, I want to work with this person and build a project with them, and then do that. Then you start building that chemistry because it doesn't happen overnight. Yeah. You know? You need to.
It does.
Oh,
It does. And here's an example of clearly what happened.
But we were like, it's very hard. But
that's the thing, though. So maybe what you should be telling young producers and artists is that if it feels right, then it's right.
Yeah.
If it feels good, then do it. If the chemistry is not there, just you're forcing.
And move on.
Just move on.
Because you'll also gone through it.
And you'll find your chemistry, I guess.
If it's taking you 2 weeks to do a song, try a different producer.
Find somebody that you really click with, and as SOKIE said, if it doesn't work out, it's okay to move on and find somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Other than that, like, what would let's get sort of to the any struggles. So outside of not finding that click or that chemistry with a producer that you're working with, or an artist or a vocalist that you're working with, or somebody to write, you know, I feel like a lot of people, you know, are great vocalists but don't really have the skill to write. You know, and that's why I guess there's still a profession for writers. Maybe we should get a writer in one day and actually,
that could be fun.
Just what they
because I think that would be interesting, because I don't understand how they do that, because a lot of writers are not vocalists themselves, but they know how to you know, put a story on paper.
But it's great to have somebody who can do both.
Yeah, of course. I'm sure it makes the process a lot easier. You know, I think you're lucky, dude, to have somebody as gifted. I think as
I find it hard to sing something that someone's written for me.
Okay.
It's very difficult. The few times that I've tried it.
Yeah.
that's why I think you're right. I don't know how people who just write can actually do that.
Yeah.
Because when I write for my voice and my singing style.
Sure.
Anytime someone has written for me, it's a mess.
Yeah.
It's out of your range. You're not comfortable singing in that way.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work for me.
So I think stick to what you're doing right now because it's working. It's working. The couple of tracks that I've heard that you guys are busy working on right now.
We wrote together, and I was able to sing what you wrote.
Yeah.
So maybe once again,
but also
the
we have a process in our writing.
Yeah.
So it's not just I write and you write and we're in two different rooms. We'll be sitting together, we're humming melodies, and then the melody sparks the idea.
Yeah.
So that's how we start.
Yeah.
Some people will just write and write and write, and
Yeah.
then they match those words to the melody. We do it the other way around.
Okay, so you guys are working on the EP now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so how's about when we work on the album, we do like a documentary type thing to, well, honestly, to put this process down, because I think it would be really cool to share the process as a whole of a project. We started when you do your next project, and I think that would be really dope because a lot of people, even now, hearing us talking about it, can't really picture what you guys are talking about because they're not musicians. They don't understand, you know, what the collaborative, the humming, the harmonizing, all of that stuff. That doesn't make sense to somebody just listening to it. So I know there's an idea for you guys when you start working on the project. Yeah,
we'll do it. We'll document the entire
royalties for me, right? For the idea.
Yeah, so we'll document the whole process from beginning to end. So that people actually see us doing it. A behind the scenes type of.
Super cool.
Yeah.
And you, Mr. GMajor 7th, what's the plan for studio? We're still in bedroom studio lane. And this is where the biggest hits in the world come from, just by the way. A lot of the successful.
It's actually nicer like this.
Yeah, it's comfortable.
It's more comfortable. It's more intimate.
There's only a couple of changes. I would move this out into a separate space so that you can get sound treatment.
Keep the bed though. The bed's a good touch.
I'll make it a couch, okay? I'll make it a couch.
Okay, pull out couch.
Yeah. Wow. That's what she said.
Too many puns in there.
The aim is to get into. I like the size. So I want to keep the size of the room the same, but have something with acoustic treatment and having a lot more stuff, because what I want to get is like actual analog synths that I want to put in. I don't do vocal booths. I think they're very impersonal, and you also get the sound that you get out of not being in a vocal booth is more organic. Hence, I've cut away vocal. I'll never do a vocal booth.
Never say never.
I'll never do a vocal booth.
Never.
It's just the sound that you get out of it, and getting a few more mics, a few more instruments.
So the general progression of growing a studio, I think.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah. Okay.
But I like the intimate setting. So
and clearly your artist likes it as well. So that's really dope. I guess the chemistry and all of those things, you know, fall into one another and stuff. SOKIE, from your side, what advice would you give a young artist, a singer, a songwriter, somebody who's trying to break into the music industry? You're doing it. In fact, you're halfway through, or a lot of the way through, to getting your projects actually out there. And
how young? Like my age, or like just
anybody? So a 16-year-old thinking 65. Yeah, so any age. In fact, maybe not even a young. Anybody out there trying to or thinking about getting their talent or their music out there or getting into the industry, like, or what have been some of your struggles aside from finding the right producer and stuff like that? So, you know, tell us a little bit about, have you had any struggles in the process?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I think it comes easy, or it's come easy to me personally. Some of the opportunities I've been offered, you know, I can't say it wasn't difficult. So maybe it's a case of when you're in line with what you should be doing, things just come together. You know, but to young artists, really cool. I would say that they need to take their music seriously.
Okay.
I don't want to like judge people, but you know, a lot of people say that they want to be artists and then they go and get a backup career. I don't understand that. To me, I believe if you're an artist, you must focus on your art. You must study it. It's not as easy as just gonna get in studio and make some sounds and it's gonna work out. You have to be serious. You don't have to like study music like me if you don't want to. But just be serious and know that it's a career. It's not it's not a joke. It's not a movie. No one's gonna just discover you on the side of the road.
Absolutely.
You must actually work for it and be focused.
What's your opinion on shows like Idols, shows like The Voice, shows like because look, in my opinion, shows like that discover great talents, but I think it conforms to the microwave society of you can fast forward the process into becoming a star and doing that thing. So
it lacks artist development.
Yeah.
Which is a big problem.
Yeah.
People blow up overnight and then they fizzle out.
Yeah. So you think the journey in finding yourself and getting yourself out there sort of gives you more longevity in the actual industry itself.
Yeah, and it gives you more time to create a sound.
Yeah.
You know, to know your sound. If you get to the top and you don't even have a sound.
Yeah. Or you're being told what your sound is.
You're being told what to sound like. What happens when that management disappears?
Yeah.
Then you're lost.
Then your sound disappears.
What happens when you fall out with your producers?
Yeah.
Then, you know, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
You have to know yourself and know the sound that you're making.
Sure.
You have to be in control of your own career.
What Sophie's saying is important. You need to develop that sound. And that's what we've taken the time to develop that. We've got a sound now.
And you can't do that when microwaving the process or speeding up the process into what they do. They do in 3 months from audition to releasing an album even.
But I mean, it works out for some of those artists.
I mean, it's a fraction.
Maybe like 2% of them.
Yeah, I think it is. I think the percentage is pretty small.
In SA, how many of them are there?
How many can you remember?
No, man.
Only one.
2.
Hans Winkler.
Because he was the first.
Amanda Black.
She's too young, but she didn't win.
But she didn't win.
Oh, I was the one to. You were the one to win.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very few.
You've heard it from SOKIE. You've heard a little bit about what G's talking about. I think that was pretty much what I wanted to get discussed with you. One of the last things, I wanted to talk about with you guys was the process on the business side of the music.
Sure. Do you have enough time?
No, touch on it, bro. How do you get out there? What is and where is the admin side of all of this? Because surely it doesn't end here.
There's so much. Okay, let me start. So the first thing that, for example, I'll tell you what we do.
Yeah.
So that people understand where we are in the process.
Okay.
So as an artist, an SA, and a producer, and a creator, you need to have affiliation with SAMRO. That's your first starting point.
Affiliation, so you must just know them.
No, affiliation. Because I go intense.
No, but still, it's affiliated, dude. No. You need to be specific, dude, because somebody who's watching this doesn't understand what you mean by an affiliation with SAMRO. Must I go and be Facebook friends with SAMRO and then I'm done?
That could start something. I'm kidding. So there's 3 main. Okay, let me break. There's 3 main bodies that you need to register with.
Okay.
And apply for what they call like licensing rights and all that stuff.
Okay. Right? So you can make money, I guess.
So you have to make
money. I'm pretty sure you guys want to...
And also to protect your intellectual property.
There we go.
To me, that's more important.
Okay, then making the money.
At this stage. Money is important.
Sure, of course. But
your property is the most valuable thing.
Okay.
So the first one is Arisa. So Arisa owns... it's basically the music body of the entire country.
Okay.
It's the Recording Institute of South Africa. Something, I'll get the actual name.
That's actually what it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
I want to remember that I.
What else could it be?
Institution.
iPhone.
What institution is the one?
So what they do is that you get a special number, right?
Yeah.
It's called an ISRC number.
Sure.
So this ISRC number is what you put into your actual songs, and when it gets radio play.
So it's almost like how you code your song.
It's your barcode.
It's your barcode to your music.
It's your barcode to your music.
So anything that you're involved in, if she puts vocals on a song, she has a code with them that she puts onto that song.
That's correct.
And that's, I guess, how they track things like
YouTube,
plays,
streaming,
and that's how you get your royalties, I guess,
right?
Or get paid.
Get paid.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's the first thing. And then after that, you go to SAMRO.
Yeah.
So with SAMRO, they get.
What is SAMRO?
Yo, I don't remember what the acronym stands for. But it's a music body. I'll get all of that stuff. I'll put all the links in the description.
Yeah. And then you can put a big blur over your mouth because you're talking bullshit.
Why?
Because you've been producing and you don't know what SAMRO is.
I don't know what it stands. I don't know what the acronym means, but I know what it does. What it does is more important. So SAMRO is the second one that you go to. I'll put all the details in the description.
Yeah.
And then they sort out your actual mechanical royalties. So when your music gets played, for example, at a restaurant, you get royalties for that. If it's used in a film, you get royalties for that. So every time they use your music in certain scenarios, you get a royalty, and they only pay out 4 times a year.
Okay.
So if you go to they have a really dope YouTube page where they explain all of this stuff.
Okay.
Then the last one is sample.
I guess we can get into that in detail when we do our documentary on your show.
And so
I think it's really important for people to understand that there's an administrative process to getting you know, your music out there, getting your money, getting paid, owning your IP.
And owning your masters.
Yeah.
That's very important.
So I think, so just to wrap up, thank you very much, SOKIE, for blessing us with your presence on the show. We look forward to the music, we look forward to the journey, we look forward to the result of this chemistry between SOKIE and GMajor 7th. We'll share with you all of SOKIE's social media details so that you can follow her, so that you can, you know, get to know her a little bit. But the journey has started, the journey continues. Thank you very much, SOKIE, for coming through today. I guess I should thank you as well for being a guest on the show today. And yeah, so SOKIE, thank you very much for the time. You want to say anything to, you know, wrap up?
Plug this out.
Yeah, play the song.
Okay. There we go.
To all your friends.
Yeah, so we'll be doing that. We'll be sharing the links as well. Playing out with the first single from SOKIE, produced by GMajor 7th. It's All I Need. Take a listen. Hope you enjoy it. Hope to see you soon again on the show. And hope to see you again, dude. So, you know, hopefully this isn't, you know, your way of saying you're out and I'm doing this alone. You know, everybody will share all her links. Do what you need to do what you have to do. Follow, subscribe, like, share, all that stuff. You know what to do by now. I guess we'll see you on the next episode. 1 deuce.
2 deuce.
Double deuces.
We out.